My F27 soon-to-be husband M28 called me by his assistant's name during sex. Trigger warning. Mention of infidelity. My and I have been high school sweethearts, and we are due to get married this June. We just have a chemistry that works extremely well and always did. I love him very much, and I know he loves me too, but with what he did recently, I am having extreme doubts about his faithfulness. We are trying to get pregnant, and when we had sex a few days ago, he called me by his assistant's name right as he got off. He immediately got up and apologized and seemed extremely shocked. I was shocked too. After that, he has been very apologetic and seemed genuinely remorseful, but I am having difficulty coming around to forgiving him. The way he said it too came across as he was thinking about her. The only other person I have told about this is my mom and dad, and she thinks that my BF has or currently sleeps with his assistant and that his tongue slipped up. I am having doubts because now everything looks suspicious to me. He goes to Dallas once every 2 weeks and his assistant accompanies him. Those are work trips and are paid for by his company, but those are starting to look suspicious to me now. 3 months ago, I got laid off from work, and he asked me if I could stay at home, since we are trying to have a child, and I could be a stay-at-home mother. Now I don't know if I should depend on him or try to get a job or not. My life is just filled with confusion all of a sudden. Honestly, I didn't think he would ever cheat on me, but I can't think of a reason why someone would say someone else's name after sex. His explanation is that he was thinking about work, and that is why his assistant's name slipped up. He has tried to fix things, but they don't seem enough for some reason. He told me if I want, I can go through his phone or his computer, and I did, but I did not find anything. I want to trust him, I really do, but it feels foolish to me to do so now. My mom thinks he is 100% cheating, while my dad agrees. He also thinks that it could be a mistake, and I should make sure before I end the relationship. He does think that I should 100% be mad at him even if it was a slip-up. I don't know what to do with us being so close to getting married. Advice, please? Relevant comments. Dr_NDB commented, well, I can tell for sure that if he works with college a lot, it can happen. Do this and that, Jessica. Did you send reports, Jessica? When you do this all day, it can come out automatically. I've seen it by myself. Sometimes my college names his GF in name of our girl college. It can happen. When you were little, you probably called school teacher his mom, no? Talk things out with him. Tell that it's bugging you a lot. OOP replied, I haven't thought about this, and this could be a possibility. I have been to his workplace, and he does take her name quite a lot. Still, saying it during sex is still a bit too much. But if this is the case, I think I can forgive him. I just have to find a way to make sure it isn't something else. Unable Snow. 5,924 commented, use your own money and you should surprise him in Dallas on his next trip. Owa replied, he is supposed to leave tonight. I can visit him tomorrow since I have time. Unable Snow. 5,924 commented, well, I would show up after work at his apartment and see if his assistant is actually staying in a hotel. OOP replied, yeah, I just booked a ticket. I won't mind spending a day or two in Dallas myself if everything is like he says it is. Own Brother 2,559 commented, do you have keys to the apartment? I'd go there, hang out, and wait for him to get home. You know, for a surprise? Oop replied, I don't have the keys to that apartment. I can visit him at nighttime. He should be home alone at that time. Update 3 weeks later. A lot to unwrap here, but I'll start by thanking those who decided to try to help me out here. He came from the last trip, and when he went again, I decided to go then. When I went to his apartment, I found her there along with some other people. His co-workers were all planning to go out. I did make up a story why I was there to make sure he wasn't embarrassed in front of his co-worker, because I stormed in his apartment, and I think that worked. They all went out, and after that, he stayed back and we had a fight because, according to him, I just humiliated him in front of his colleagues. Right now, things are tense between us. He stayed back in Dallas saying he needs some space, and we haven't talked after that. I don't know if I was trying to catch in the act or not, but it didn't work out, and now I feel 100 times worse. I regret telling my mom about this because she sent a VON to him and told him to stop being a baby, and nothing would have happened if didn't say another woman's name. He sent me the VN my mom sent him. I did confront my mom about this, and she did apologize to him. Now I feel like maybe it was an honest mistake on his part, and that I blew it out of proportion. waiting on him to come back so we can talk it out and fix this and move forward. Just a little update. Things didn't go well like I wanted to. It's comments. The clumsy pirate commented, "Did the assistant have any reaction to seeing you? Was she cold or surprised or anything?" Honestly, this could be a harmless slip on his end, but I would do my diligence before the wedding, no matter how angry he gets. Divorces are so much harder than breakups. If you're trying to set the record straight before moving forward, he shouldn't be resistant about it. It was him who said another woman's name in bed. You didn't start any of it. OP replied, "Everyone was a little surprised to see me there, TBH, not just her. My partner was surprised too. We aren't getting married. We are no longer engaged. Probably in the future. He is a pretty straightforward guy himself. Either he'll end it or be okay with it. Things are bad, RN, and I'm going to give him time and let him come and talk to me." Poinsettia 917 commented, "Why was it bad that you surprised him? What was wrong with you being around his colleagues and especially his assistant? If he loves you, he should be glad to see you. What was the deal? What did you say when you entered the apartment that could have embarrassed him? Got to be honest, I am not liking his behavior. What is up with his friends? This whole thing is messed up. What is he doing talking about this with his assistant?" Oop replied, "I don't know what I said exactly, because I was very angry at the time, but as I mentioned in the post above, I stormed in his apartment and was accusatory. I did salvage the situation though, but I think in his mind, that wasn't good enough." Edit. Forgot to mention my BF told me that he told his assistant about this, and she made the same mistake a while back with her fling, because they refer to each other a lot. Second edit. He left his Mac at home, so I decided to see if he was talking to her or not. I just opened his WhatsApp, and he is not talking to her, but his friends all telling him to break up with me. Like I didn't even do anything drastic. His chat with his assistant is work-related, but I am disturbed by what his friends take. Looks like a breakup is about to happen. I let him break up with me because I think I'd get closure that way. Comments. The clumsy pirate commented, "I am sorry that this is such a mess, OP, but I am also looking at your edit, and it's not good. I understand being straightforward guy, but IDK, is he very simple? Because unless he is IDK, how he would explain saying that to his assistant. Yeah, so this awkward thing happened between me and my fiancée because of you, the assistant. How does he justify disclosing something intimate to her? He knows this is embarrassing for you as well. The more the story transpires, the more it seems like you actually were right to be wary of it. At the very least, it seems like there's some emotional entanglement going on here, for him to not realize that sharing this with the girl is out of line." OOP replied, "He is quite simple, doesn't like to play games or make things complicated. He did, and she did something similar, but I can't say for sure how that topic might have come up. Right now, reading his messages with his friends, I do hate it. And it hurts like shit that they are all rooting for him to break up. The situation is a total mess, honestly, and I don't see a way back now." Let's Try Again and again commented, "Why do his friends want him to break up with you? What are their reasons?" OOP replied, "Mostly because they think I ruined his relationship with my family forever, and that since I don't trust him, he should put his energy somewhere else. Most of them are in this realm. A few think I did it in front of his co-workers to jeopardize his job. It's hard reading their messages." Thread edit. Reading his chat for a while, and the last thing he said was, "I'll end it when I see her next." So it's over pretty much.